What's going on, YouTube? Excited to be making this video for you guys. So if you guys have been following me, one of my favorite things to do is my quarterly solo retreat. You'll notice that there's no city background, which is my usual, but I'm up here in a cabin in a fjord in British Columbia, Canada. And in my opinion, these quarterly solo retreats are pivotal to my success that I've achieved so far and the success I'm going to achieve going forward. And my goal this year is to scale my business to $100,000 per month in revenue run rate to officially check off the 7-figure business accomplishment. So before I get into the details, the first thing that I do when I get here is I need to actively disconnect from city life. The whole point of booking these retreats solo, turning off Wi-Fi, turning off your cell phone, and physically getting out of your current environment is that it encourages you to really think differently and to get grounded and get in touch with what you really want. Because when you're living in the city, you know, there's horns, there's sirens, there's people, it's the hustle and the bustle. There's so many opinions and different forces acting on you. It's really hard to know what you actually want, what's important for you and your goals, both business and personal, going forward. So step one that I like to do is book an Airbnb somewhere in nature. This one is a beautiful cabin, boat access only. So the owner drove me in a boat here and walked up, got acquainted, got out of the headspace of city life and just took in the beautiful cabin and the beautiful nature here. Now, once I'd walked up, once I'd gotten settled, the next step for me was a guided breathwork session. So breathwork is an amazing practice. It simply uses the power of your own breath to help you get grounded to the moment, to relieve stress and to really get present. Some people even say it's almost like a mild psychedelic effect. So I have a coach that walked me through a guided Zoom breathwork session. Once this was done, I went for an epic hike in the rainforest here, just to get acquainted in nature. And you know, there's a lot of theories that say humans scientifically will think better and more clearly when they're in nature because we literally evolved in that environment. So I went for a wonderful hike and then I hit up a cold plunge in the frigid January ocean, which is an amazing immune system booster and also just makes you forget anything you're worried about really fast. Once I was done drying off from the cold dunk, I made my way back up to the cabin, made a quick cup of tea, enjoyed the view one more time, set up my workstation for the weekend, put together, lit a fire in the fireplace, and at this point, I was ready to get down to it and start going through the actual action steps of this retreat, which I'm gonna go through in detail for you guys right now. So there's lots of frameworks out there for how to do these annual retreats or quarterly retreats. I've actually read a lot of them. I'm going to link a couple of them in the comments below so you guys can check them out. But for me, I kind of like to put together my own system. I just find it resonates better with me. So I'm taking bits and pieces from the different ones and templates I've gone through. And essentially, I've boiled it down to have 15 exercises I do on these retreats. And I'm not gonna go over all of them in this video, but again, I'm gonna drop in the link below. And what I will do is just go over some of the ones that were more impactful. So with that in mind, the first one's really simple, is just review every month of last year. So set up a document January through December and talk about the wins and the losses and the takeaways through each month of the year prior. The second one is to evaluate the goals you set at the last solo retreat you did. So the whole point of this is to keep yourself accountable, to crush your goals in all areas. So I reread the ones that I set 3 months ago when I did my prior retreat, and I simply evaluate how I did on those goals. This one's really cool. It's called naming your years. So when you go back through your life, if you had to assign a title to each one of your years, it forces you to really distill the essence of that year and what was the most important thing. And it makes you get real honest if you had a year that you didn't really do anything and you didn't really make any progress and you're struggling to find a good name. So this is one that I love to do. And what I like to do as well is make a list of like current big decisions that you're working on in your life, your business, etc. I create a video to myself that I look at 3 months down the road, so during my next retreat. And then the seventh one I'm going to talk about right here is I make a list of limiting beliefs. And I find that the beliefs that limit people change over time. So the limiting beliefs I had a couple years ago are going to be a lot different to the ones that I had now. So just by naming these out and having them in front of you is going to help you tackle those. So I'm going to jump into a couple of my goals here and show you guys some examples. Now, the idea here is not for you to copy them word for word. Just want to show you what I'm working on over the next 3 months to inspire you guys to do something similar. So first goal I want to share is in the topic of emotional and spiritual health. And this one's really simple, is 15 minutes a day of meditation. The next goal is to block off 90 minutes every week to do a weekly review and review the prior week's progress on the goals I've set. The third one is also in emotional and spiritual health, and it's completed 36, I call these dates with intuition. So this is going for a forest walk, doing a breathwork session, anything that pulls me off the computer and gets me in touch with being grounded and thinking through the bigger decisions and using the powerful tool of my intuition to make some of those decisions, or at least help in some of those decisions. So the next 3 goals are in the topic of business and finance. The first one is just saying no to any busy work or low leverage task that a CEO should not be doing. It's gonna be a big focus of mine over the next 3 months. The next one is to have signed on a minimum of 20 new monthly retainer dental clients for my agency. And the final business and finance one is to have retained all of my North Digital team members and to really have built a good team culture where our employees and our contractors are really happy to be working at North Digital as we're in this period of growth. So the next goal is around passion and purpose, and that one is simply having released 6 more videos to this YouTube channel over the next 3 months. The next goal is about physical health, and this is having recorded 36 workouts on the Strong app, which is the app I use to record my workouts. So an average of not just doing 3 weight training workouts a week, but also recording the weights and the reps that I do so I can track the progress of my strength. Next one is I can dumbbell bench press 85 pounds for 3 sets of 6 again. So I have been able to do this in the past. My strength has declined a little bit in the past few months, so I want to get back up to there. And the last goal I'll share with you guys is a goal around relaxation, and that's booking and showing up to 2 RMT deep tissue massages every month, which really helps me stay relaxed, and especially spending long hours at the desk is really important to maintain a healthy body. So guys, those are just a couple examples of my goals. There's more, I haven't shared all of them here. I'm gonna link the very general framework I use in the comments here. And you know, it's crazy. I've talked about this before in the videos I made about my past solo retreats, but most people never take the time out of their busy lives to actually audit how they're doing. And not just audit how they're doing, but step 1 is to relax, get grounded, get in touch with yourself. And then step 2 is from that place, really evaluate how your life is going and is it moving in the direction you want it to move into. And in my experience, the only way to get in that space is to really disconnect from all the stimulus that bombards us every day. So no Wi-Fi, no cell phones, no sound of cars and sirens outside, no friends, no family members talking to me right now even. So just, it's a time really for myself, and I find that works best in this format of a solo retreat. So guys, I'm super excited for the year. You know, gonna be trying to get North Digital up to $100,000 a month. That's gonna be a huge milestone. And on top of that, wanna be crushing lots of personal goals as well. Physical health, spiritually, happiness, relationships, all that stuff. If you guys like this video, give a comment below. I'll respond to each one personally. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.